the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop it. You need a, in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our offend you.
Exhibition.
Look at you go. Okay, you ready? Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you ready? Look.
Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Y'all is a lazy, my posse deep and irate. And we act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence for my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The bell got my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. After like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Goff now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, lift! 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 Now you want!
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Goff going to keep it himself, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down is gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Obama.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, here's Gone. Flushed out right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Goff now looking to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On fourth down, Goff eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
Detroit!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And it's a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
There's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third. Goff. Flushed out right. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Drops it underneath for Collins. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Flacco looking for his first toss. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. It finds Crabtree for the completion. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Jackson on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go play action now. Jackson. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
No, Jack, Patriot!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big play now. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 78 yards. And the Ravens are in for 6. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Super 1. We go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
He will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now it's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's going to look deep down, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Collins, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Collins. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got Snead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. They go again with Collins. Bulldozes past him. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins taking it in. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They give him a gain of 38. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first and goal, Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On second and 10, Goff, flush to his right. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Down right around the 25. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back. Go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battles.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
It's complete to Brown, right side. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's Collins. And an alley to run. And down to the 36-yard line here. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
How about this? Flacco setting to throw it. Airing one deep for Crabtree. And this one is incomplete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it.
As soon as I got seats in there, hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my... I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come in. As soon as I got seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. go to battle shit. Yeah. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle shit.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. In the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said they want, they don't want no steam. Put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling, fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go play action here on 1st down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
No. Jack, Patriot. Set.
To throw is Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, now, look at 56.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown from 13 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've got fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Sliding out of the pocket. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
On the line.
Now Wentz will keep it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz steps away to his left. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 38 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Jackson on first down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He uncorks it for Snead. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork.
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. He was looking for Crabtree that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Come on now.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Hey, we're good, we're good.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Sunday! Black, come on.
On 1st down, Wentz eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Man 5-7.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
For Tokyo!
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. This one complete to Sproles. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they tie it on the last play of the second quarter. Now the PAT will give them the lead.
Yeah, and how about that extra little jolt that they'll feel when the ball goes through the posts? Carry that to the locker room with them and feel like, okay, we've got something good going here now, guys.
Tucker with the extra point. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. A right side catch by Crabtree. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Gone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead from 17 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Zadarius Smith in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now a play fake. Wentz sliding out of the pocket. Looking deep for his... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 42 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Hey, empty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Spurs. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Elliott it puts this one through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Collins. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 43 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Wentz, escaping the pressure right. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally take.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to bring it up 5 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Now it's Jackson, forced out to his left. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves that you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of the game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Crabtree, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But
he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Caught right side, Tate. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I just got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
For Tokyo!
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete to Tate. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Philly.